All right, YouTube, welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. It is go time. It's a beautiful, beautiful Monday morning, and here we are once again. Today is May 22nd, 2023, and it's about to be another wonderful, spectacular day here in the markets. I just got a text from Marcelo. Marcelo will be out today. No trading for Marcelo, so I will be holding it down. Okay, let me grab the gap scan. Let's pull it across here, put it in place, and let's start looking at what's moving and what's not. Feel pretty good today. Had a good night's rest. You know what? Did my studying yesterday. Feel good. Feel ready. I'm on time. These are the things that I like to hear from myself, right? Every day, every morning, the consistency. Okay, let me get something in place here in Discord. Okay, looks good. I'm going to write up the watch list. There's a few that I'm looking at. I'm going to write it up right now. So if we come over to the scans, I'll go to dual screen for those people on YouTube. There we go. There's the scans right there. Okay, there's a couple of them that I like right here. So AVRO starting off. AVRO not looking bad, up 84%, 16 million shares of volume, 44 million shares in the float. That is a stock I'll be interested in today. Moving down, there is HEPA. HEPA that I'll put on the list here as well. HEPA is up 55%, 1.4 million shares of volume, 3 million shares in the float. Next, let's see. And some of the stocks seems like they're selling off here. I had FRLN, but this one has pulled back a little bit. Maybe we adjust that. But MBOT, another one that we like, MBOT, up 37%, 2.8 million shares of volume, 6 million shares in the float. So when it comes to FRLN, let's see, do we still want this one up here? It doesn't look bad, but the ABCD seems to be failing for now. It'll have to double bottom and then curl back up. We can throw it up. We'll throw it up there. What I also can check is potential continuation names. So I'll post this and we'll then check some continuation names. I'll post it to the alert section as well. There we go. And to the YouTube chat. Abdul, what's going on? Tamimi, what's up? Joseph, good morning, Jeff. Guys, as you guys are tuning in, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. A very aggressive like goal again today. We're aiming for 300 likes. 300 likes. Okay, there's the list. Let's talk about some trend lines, some pre-market analysis. What are we going to be looking for in terms of gap to fills and pockets where we could see opportunities? So I'll start off with AVRO as this one is the leading stock. Beautiful move here around 7 a.m. Since then, it's pulled back. We've had lows around 122. That is the level I'm interested in, 122. The very first high of day was around 154. So right now we're definitely a little in between right there, and the new high of day recently around 161. Okay, not bad. VWAP acting as a bit of a midpoint here at 142. I'd definitely love to see it hold up the VWAP area and then continue higher. The lowest I would want to see this pullback is 140. Can we hold 140 right here in this range, right? This would be pretty good if we can hold right there and then get the move right back to the highs. So we'll see how this one does. Moving on to the daily chart, AVRO. How are we doing? So the 200 EMA, that's one of the first levels that I'm going to check out. It looks like it's a little lower here. Yeah, around 116. So it's a little out of the way. No need to worry about it here. Going left and up, and I can pull this on screen here for now. We can see that we had a nice move, right? For those of you in MMU, make sure to pull up your daily charts, right? Follow along. As we go back to February 8th, 2023, we had a nice, beautiful green candle from 83 cents to 178, and then a high point of 193. So if this really continues to push, I want to see a break of 193. 177, 178, I'll put a trend line there as well, but 193 for sure. So 178, which was that first high point. I'll have this in blue, and then 193. So I'll go back some more in case the stock does break out a lot. You know, what else can we expect in terms of, you know, pockets, gaps to fill? So over this level, you know, we're seeing that we had a big sell-off all the way back in January of last year with a high point of 331, and before that 415. So I think 331 is a very reasonable, you know, if this stock is to be strong, expectation. 331, 332, I'll put a blue line, and I'll throw 415 up there, why not? And that'll be the last level of this stock. If this gets all the way to 415 today, that'll be spectacular. So that's AVRO. That is AVRO. We'll see how it does. Moving on. As you're tuning in, for those of you tuning in, be sure to hit the thumbs up. That thumbs up dash, how you doing? Good morning. What's up? What's up? So moving on through the scans. Next up we have HEPA, a little bit lower on the list. HEPA, $13 stock, up 46%, 1 million shares of volume, 3 million shares in the float. It is pulling back right now, which isn't great, but all right. So the first thing I'm noticing is that the very first high point we had earlier this morning around 4 a.m. was 1653. 1653. When we zoom back out and we look again, this one has a huge range. So, I mean, geez, lows, you know, we had the move, lighter volume. We had a low all the way at 1195. And this one has been all over the place today. And with this type of stock, I always think about volume, liquidity. You know, are we going to see big spreads? The way how it's looking right now, it seems like there might be bigger spreads. So I wouldn't want to just rush into this one right away. I'd want to be a little bit more patient, make sure that we're seeing something good in a quality before I get involved, as the volume is a little on the lighter side. So yeah, 1653, 1195 for lows, VWAP at 1442, acting as a bit of a midpoint. Let's check out the daily chart. This is a familiar stock too. Yeah, we had a move not so long ago. If we go back to January 9th, between January 9th and January 13th, we went from about $10 up to 23. So not bad. And, you know, here we are, we pulled back off of this wedge, and now we're curling back up nicely. So I'm going to map out the high of this wedge and then the high of this move. And, you know, those could be reasonable targets if this one happens to be strong today. High of the wedge was 1855. That'll be in a blue line. You guys, I like to color code my trend lines. Red for intraday levels, blue for daily levels. I'll use purple for the 200 EMA. 2385, the high point of the move. Again, this is going back to January 10th this year. And I think that's good for this one. We'll see what it does heading into the open. Next on the list, moving on down. Let's see. MBOT, MBOT up 43%, currently around 177. Hey, shout out to Momo Pro, right? When it comes to the discovery section here, aka the gap scan, we are right where we need to be. Is the mic picking that up? Who in the world is playing music up at this point in the day? All right? The disrespect here. MBOT. 184 pre-market highs. 184 pre-market highs. The low of this pullback here after that high of day was 155. VWAP currently at 68, acting as a bit of a midpoint. So can we hold above 55 the lowest, and can we break over those pre-market highs? Looking at the daily chart, the 200 EMA is at 324 MBOT. And we can see it's kind of been this gradual sell-off. It's been this gradual sell-off, right? So I don't think we should expect to see anything major up until that 200 EMA. So I think that's a great benchmark and a very reasonable target if this one does get going. You know, can we see break of 2? If we do, 225, 250, and then once we get up there to 324, we just have to watch to see how it reacts around the 200. If it's strong, maybe we continue to trade. If not, we ease off, right? Hey, big shout out to Anthony. Big shout out to Crispy Trades, who's also back from vacation. Anthony with some beautiful charts. Jessica, good morning. What's up? Ken W, how you doing? How are you guys doing today? Right. Hope everyone is feeling good, feeling ready. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, what's up? What's up? Trap Trader, Tamimi. Guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up as we're going through the stocks of the day, right? The gap scan. Let me check something here. Okay, not bad. Time 19. All right. Is there anything else? MBOT, a lot of warrants. CNSP. I think there was another one that I had on here as well. Okay, that was FRLN. But as we kind of mentioned, it's a little choppy. We can still put some pre-market trend lines here though. Pre-market highs, 438. Can I get the tick? 39. Low of this move, around 360, 361 area. I like my trend lines to be exact, so I'll edit this. There we go. Let's double check. Yes, that is 360. It had a nice pattern going in terms of an ABCD, but we didn't really hold up the consolidation over here. It's pulled back to the low. So we'll need to see a double bottom down here and then a potential test and curl back to the highs. I'm going to check out the daily chart. $454 daily resistance over $454. There's a lot of room though. Over 454, I'd say, can we get to 740, where there's a bit of a triple top, double top, a couple of candles back in that range. I'm using my E-Trade charting, my Thinkorswim charting, not showing everything. This is always a little strange. I don't like the discrepancy between the two platforms. To tighten up this filter, if we come to Relentless Momo to get rid of some of the other stuff, we'll see it's a little tighter here, right? AVRO, HEPA, MBOT, AVIR, which I think the volume's a little too light, FRLN, and so forth down the list. I think we have a good few here. Quickly, continuation names. If we go back to Friday. Why am I not able to enter the date? Okay, there we go. Looks like it's having some trouble loading. Let's see. Today's the 22nd. We can go back to the 18th. See how that does. MNK. ATNF, W key. MMK. They're not really looking great. Everything is kind of down. Yeah, so it doesn't look like there's much for continuation. SDA, how about that one? SDA. Yep, not much. Okay. So which one do I think is the most obvious right now to watch into the open? I think AVRO looks good. We've had a nice move. We've pulled back. And it is a little cheaper, so we can use some size, which is great for me here. We're resting. Can we then see an incline again into the open? So AVRO I like. That's the main stock here of the day. Alarm going off for screen share, or let's say screen recording. So guys, make sure your OBS or whatever screen recording software you're using is turned on. Take a quick second. What I'm trying to do is get into the habit of doing it as the alarm go off so that I have that consistency. All right, we are a go. Yeah, and of course, I'll be quick to rotate if something else does start to move. All right. We'll see which one it is. It's all about getting the main stock of the day, right? The one that's most obvious, pushing, the most volume, giving the best opportunities. MBOT I'll have up top, HEPA I'll have up top, and I'll rotate through. Everything is looking good. Share size. Let's talk quickly about share size. MBOT and AVRO, 3,000 share minimum here. Yesterday we had a Q&A for MMU, and I'm, talking to the traders, telling them about what I'm going to look to improve upon here myself. And you guys know, right? I've always been talking about share size for years now. And, we're going to continue to be proactive about it. We're going to continue to, step up, right? We have to step up to the plate. We got to step up and, be confident about it. So I'm looking forward to the opportunities today in that sense. HEPA, again, volume a little lighter. Don't need to be super aggressive early. I'm going to keep very small size there until we can see some good, price action, good setup, and tight spreads, or at least get to understand the personality of the stock. Do I need to use limit orders? Do I need to stay away? That type of stuff. Yeah, MBOT looks like it's hot here. Maybe this one is the one to watch. Making a new high. Potential trade over 79 for a breakout, 10 cents. Besides that, the game plan for the day, right? I'm coming in. I'm looking forward to being disciplined. I want to take it slow and steady. There's no need to just, jump the gun. I just need to be patient and wait for a proper setup, a proper entry. And from there, I can start attacking the markets. The goal here will be to get green and maintain. We don't need to be green, red, green, red, green, red. Can we get green, maintain, push higher into the green, and head out and shut it down, right? In terms of pointers, of course, I need to avoid starting big red, which sometimes does happen to me. You got to avoid starting deep into the red. I don't need to be over trading the consolidations. One or two attempts, if it's not going, wait. I can always wait for the next pattern, right? The next entry, the next setup. And lastly, on the pullbacks, I have to watch out. Sizing down in some areas where it makes sense to, if there's a lot of risk. And besides that, just trusting the patterns that I know and love, trusting the edges, trusting the volume profile, trusting what the market is giving me. And even if I happen to take a loss, we just cut the loss quickly and continue business as usual. So, for our disclaimer, if you did not know, I'm about to enlighten you. Day trading is risky. Risky business. Risky business. It's so risky that they say 9 out of 10 people here fail. That's how risky it is, right? Just like starting a small business. That's a 2-minute warning is going off. They say 80% of small businesses fail within the first 2 years here in the States. So day trading is risky, right? In order to do it and have that longevity, you have to approach it in a safe and methodical way, slow and steady, not get rich quick. Get rich quick is a disaster waiting to happen for you. So slow and steady, all right? Do not trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. That's one. Trade in a simulator before using actual cash. That's another thing. Um, that way you can gain experience, build confidence without, risking anything or risking very little if you use risk money, right? Money that if you lose it all right here, right now, doesn't affect your livelihood or your lifestyle. All right. Do not blindly copy me. That is a recipe for disaster. You have to understand the strategy for yourself. The YouTube stream does have a little bit of a delay. That's another thing too. My results are not the typical results. All right. And lastly, I do not invest money for my subscribers. So be careful with any relentless trader reaching out to you, right? People are reaching out to me. It's very, very strange for me to reach out to someone first. So be sure to keep an open mind, right? Pay attention. I will never ask you for money. I will never ask you for personal information. And don't click on any strange links or anything like that. All right. So stay safe out there. There's been a lot of spam in the YouTube comment section. People talking about WhatsApp, Telegram. I mean, a bunch of craziness. All right. So stay safe out there and do not get caught slipping on these Wall Streets. All right. Another beautiful day at last. I've waited all weekend for this. Now it's time to put forth some A quality trading. So which one is it going to be? MBOT seeing some volume here into the open. Actually, let's hold off. AVRO took a few scalps there, scratch trades. Thought we might have been seeing a break of 60 or 50 rather, the half dollar. HEPA also small size moving up a little bit. Is it worth it? MBOT, we got lows of 77, high of 94. HEPA, small pullback. MBOT curling back up. Okay. Can we see the break of 2? 97. Is it still holding? Can we try again? 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 92. I should have held that last trade there. It's holding. It seems a little thick though, this stock. Low 63, high 30. I'll wait for this to break over 2 and then I'll get back involved. Are we seeing a nice flag for MBOT, or is it just, getting ready to come down? Those are the questions I'm asking myself here. A little higher entry there. Okay, there's a bid coming in. It might crawl back up here. We're seeing a small wick. Needs to push though. Not bouncing up fast enough for my liking. So a bit of a slower start. Bit of a slower start. AVRO curling back up. Well, not much there. Well, we'll see. It's still early. Bit of a scratch trade. Does it mean business? Let's see if it's strong. No, 47. Are we going to hold? Getting chopped up here a little bit to start the day. I'll pull this on screen whenever I can. It's like we're seeing a lot of weakness even in the green candles. So waiting patiently. Maybe it pulls away a little bit more, but I'll give it some time to open up a little bit. Low 47, high of 54. Will we be able to get through 54 for that push to 61? There's a bid. 55. Small couple of cents there. I'll get a little bit more scalpy here in a sec. As soon as we start to pull away, which it looks like it might be, I want to take all the quick entries. Some sellers coming in, 57 area. But we also got bids, but I'm waiting. No, not quite. Let's give it a sec. Might need to pull back. If not, it's just failing here. Can we hold and curl? Low is 47. Come on. There's a lot of volume, but it's not breaking. 55. Then we need lower. All right, I think we're in a rhythm now, so we'll see. We'll see. 54. I'm gonna be very scalpy. Back down. 52. 51. High of the current candles 55. Bit of a higher add there. Are we holding? If not, tight stop right here. $52, $51. What I want to see is to break out over 60 at the pre-market highs, but a little chop down here. So, but I'm back in the one position. It might need a retest to the lows, possible. I think I might want to continue to stay active though. This is it. This is it. On the break and reclaim, I want to see a little bit more volume faster, but maybe I could have held a little longer there. A lot of churning here, a lot of churning. 48. 48. Waiting patiently. There's some more selling. 49. We want to see the spring right back up. The spring, the quick spring. That's another bottoming wick, so we didn't break down. But the selling pressure is definitely on here. Waiting patiently. 48. And it is struggling. VWAP is all the way down at 46. Do we need to pull back the VWAP and then see something? I'm gonna try not to add here because Okay. There's a bid. Ooh, I'm a little late there. I get filled high. Took my eye off the level 2. It was failing there though. That bid is gonna save it, I think. It's struggling. So just churning shares, waiting patiently. I think being scalpy there was the right way to go, but just not getting to connect properly as we weren't bouncing. It needs to rip through the pre-market highs here. We just need to go all the way to 65.70. Come on, come on. Good, good. Very good, very good. Still not as clean as I would have wanted it to be here. $88,000 shares, $6 in the red. Not great. Should already be nicely green. I'm wondering if the range is too limited. I also didn't take the breakout over 66, over 60, 61, which I opted not to take. I thought it might have been a little bit more choppy than it was. And there's a wall there. There's a wall there to highs. The seller's at 70. Am I too early? No. Right on time. 66 by 67. Again, sellers at 70. I think it might need a little bit more of a pullback. Ay, 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 ay. No. 61. Ay, ay, ay. The volume, man. The volume. The volume. MBOT is curling back up, by the way. It might need more here. More of a dip. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, oh, oh. Oh my gosh, the buying is not stopping. The buying there continues. That was a 63 fill in that last position. That was not great, but okay. A nice stress test. So can we see the highs after that type of stress test? That was not a great sell. That was not a great sell. Not a good sell at all. 68, 65. It has this weird way how the volume is working. Yep, red. This is a tricky one, man. You know, is there anything else moving at this point? This is just a lost cause. MBOT, let's see, not much. HEPA, is this the only one? There's a new high of day potentially coming. This one here could be good too. Ay, 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 ay. It's a double top so far. Will we get a new high? 68, 67. There's also nothing dramatic because of how tight it is in this range. It's like I kind of feel like I gotta take even more size and you know really try and get something. 65 by 66. We also got to watch out for a potential 5-minute pullback at this point. FRLN right back down. Waiting patiently, not the best day here so far with this limited range. If it does give a 5-minute pullback, it'll be very important for me to be accurate. There was some big support here last time. It is the third time there, so that's why I'm not buying it aggressively. I just, you know, at this point, I'm just waiting to see if we get that bigger pullback or not. The 5-minute candle is red at this time, but so far, quick bottoming wick on the one. So what will it be? A new high or a new low? Or more consolidation? All I really need here is one good trade. So we'll continue to be patient. The main thing is not to be deep into the red. 9:53 a.m. here on the East Coast. That's the second test and bounce. Keep watching. What's going on? Is Thinkorswim having issues? Bro, come on, come on. It's not the time for this. Okay, it's working with one shear. I think it had some lag or something there. What was that? Did you guys have any lag? 56? Oh, that was not a great buy. Be a little early, so we'll take a loss there. A little early. That was a nice dip to 50 though, VWAP. But it looks like it's failing, to be honest. I wonder. Not good for that last trade there, but yeah. It looks like it might be failing. I feel like this pullback is just maybe a little too big. Not the best stock here for me. Stepped up to the plate nicely though. Let's check the hold scan. If this other one curl back up, I'll take a look at it again, but I think it's pulling back a little too much. MHUA, volume is light. MGRM. Oh, it looks like it's time to stay on the sidelines for now. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, be sure to hit the thumbs up. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. The Pastor is in the red. We are down 164. We've been flirting with just small red and then break even, small red, break even. The best trade might have been the high of day breakout, I think, over 60, the pre-market highs. I didn't take it, thought it would have been a little choppy, but it gave a nice move, 7 cents breakout. This low wasn't so bad, but a little choppy for how I'm approaching it. There's always different ways to approach it. If you want to say I'll hold against and take whatever loss, but for me, if it looks like it wants to break down, I'll be out and then back in, utilizing the pre-commissions, right? So right now, just waiting really. This looks like it's, the 5-minute chart still looks decent. We'll see if it gives a stress test. Let's see if will we test the lows again. There's 46 for a new low. Okay, I'll jump in. I'll jump in with a tight stop at the low. Hopefully this doesn't Titanic. I'm watching at the 5-minute chart. I'm thinking it might be worth a shot here, just one position. And can I hold this towards the, a curl back up to the highs? But we'll see if it holds up here. If it doesn't hold up these lows, then I'll be back out. 46. Are we holding or is it Titanic? There's a few sellers coming in. Can we see some green? Where's the continued push? Reducing risk. It seems like it's still holding though. We'll see if it gives a nice slingshot. The only thing I gotta watch out for here is it just teleporting down 10 cents. But besides that, tight stop here. KB, are you in the building today? KB, where are those bulls? Or is Relentless Trader delusional taking the setup? Which one? MBot looking interesting. I probably might want to switch gears to that stock. Switching gears to MBot. The pivot was at what, 85? I'll pull it on screen when I can. Right now it's active, so I'll trade up top. That was a great fill. Think or swim. On my side for once. Uh, where's the slingshot? There it is. Okay. Was this one MBot? AVRO is like it doesn't want to bounce down there. It might eventually, right? I don't like that I'm using, 2,500, 3,000 shares, not seeing any sort of green. Like where's the profits, right? Because you got to be careful for that flush that you could get caught in eventually. Not that you want to be fearful or anything like that, but it's like you want to put some cushion, right? Put some green. Can we break 90 here? It's been having trouble at 90. That's not a good break. There we go, a little better. Take me to the moon here. It's holding up well. I need a lower entry though if it can come down. If not, we'll take break of 2. These stocks today are moving in a very interesting way. Oh, and look at that. I'll be in at 94. That's just a waste of trade there. All right, better. Do I want to use limit orders? Come on, give us a break of 2. What's going on here? Where are those bulls? Why is the stock struggling so much? Everything today, not having a hard time. We want to see a rip to 210, 215. Can we hold above the whole dollar after that? It's a nice setup here too. Nice ABCD on the one. Quick couple cents there. Titanic? It might be Titanic here. Those are not good reads. 90, okay. A little choppy there in the price action, but all right, still holding up. So can we see break of 2 eventually? I gotta not be so. Okay, I know how I can avoid those type of trades. I know what I have to do. I have to be a little bit more careful, right? Be a little bit more patient. The midpoint was around 84. We've come down there already once. What was that low? 82. We've had to test at the highs. We didn't break. So we could see a flag here of some sort. You know, essentially like a cup and handle. VWAP is at 80. Midpoint 85, 84 area. 88 holding. So last low of the current was 89. Low of the last is 88. Low of the current is 89. Can't believe AVRO, man. It's ridiculous. Time. Candle's about to close. Felt like there's a small seller there. Okay, okay. Come on, pull away, pull away. 210, 215. 210, 215. To the moon, to the moon. Take us to the moon. They're struggling today. They're struggling. We're not seeing the same separation. But so far so good. Better than nothing, right? 202, small bid. So you gotta take it just the 3 cents at a time. Not even, risk it. They're so tricky today. Very limited range. The downside risk is limited, which is good, but the upside potential isn't really as much as I would want to see. But, we can work with this. So we got '07. Can we see a high day break here eventually? 5, 5, 6. Come on. 1 cent and then right back down. Doug, the ads are a new thing, man. The ads are a new thing. The pastor was live streaming for years with no ads on the live streams without even realizing. So the ads are turned on. But of course, if you have to skip the ads, then skip the ads. Some of you guys will have ad block. Some of you guys will have YouTube Premium, right? So there's no ads there. 209 for highs. I'm waiting for a pullback. So the last breakout didn't really go. So do we need a quick pullback again? Is what I'm thinking. Quite the day here. It's 10 a.m. We're still flat on the day. So we got to try and get green and then ease off, unless there's maybe another stock coming later in the morning. The low has been 02. It's not really pulling back here. Looks like it's a tight hold. So I'm gonna miss that pullback. It didn't really, break below 2 or anything like that. High hold. Back to 07. I'll take the 2 cent. Well, whatever they gave me, I'll take it. Maybe a half a cent. Jeez. There's a seller here. The fills are lagging a little too. This is what makes me skeptical of the high of day trades, that there's always a big seller popping up. 10, 13, 14. Come on, 15. We need 15, 20 here. Take us to the moon. And we get the short sellers to cover once and for all. 17. We need 18, 19, 20, 22. Nice. It might keep going. Or not. 23. Decent fill. Take a couple of cents. Could have been a little faster there though. High 23. The range is what I love, guys. The range, right? If we can see more range, like more upside potential, the downside risk stays the same. If we can push to 30 and then pull back, that type of move is where I could really, get to capitalize way more. Love filling me on the ask, don't they? If it pulls back here, it wouldn't be bad, but we don't want to see a 5-minute pullback. So if it breaks down below 10, it needs to bounce immediately. It's not a good place for a 5-minute pullback. It'll look like a topping wick, shooting star kind of candle. The candle's young, so if it does pull back, it still have time to curl. We'll see. There might have been a hidden buyer there too. Maybe. I can't. It's a little hard to tell. 10, 11. Can't blink for a second. I blink, I look back, it's at 04. Do not Titanic. Oh, I could have added. Could have added. Let's be out for now. Again, it's important that this candle, it needs to crawl back up and essentially end as a green doji. If not, it's just failing. Time is there's 2 minutes. It has 2 minutes to crawl back up. I'll take one last position here. Smaller size. If not, it's all good. Getting stuffed. Okay, easing off. It should have already started curling. It could still, it could still curl, but I would have wanted it faster in this type of situation. The candles has a minute left. Hard to borrow. This is not a great day. An explosion. Not fake. Small green so far here today. Small green. The candle closed. It still looks decent. I thought it would have looked a little worse. It still looks decent. Yeah, it still looks decent. Let's see if it gets a stress test. If it gives a stress test and holds, I'd probably take a small position again. We still have high of day volume on a green candle. But I'd size down for this trade here. So far, so good. Someone cutting grass, of course. Perfect time of day. Good red to green. Looks like it's a red to green all the way back to high of day. No pause, no pullbacks in there. Nice. Lovely. Will we see a break of the highs? No, not quite. It's a little tricky here. It's a big red to green. It is a little extended. It didn't really quite break over the highs by a lot. So we could potentially see a pullback. So, I want to be super aggressive here. Big bids would be good to see up here. The endless churn. 34 for the highs. And a size down for now. Size back up in a little bit. It's just a little tricky in this area here. Again, we haven't really had a red candle since it started from 203 area. Time, volume. Are we getting ready for another high of day? Watching that volume closely here. That was a great fill, by the way. I don't know how in the world I got 33 right there buying into the highs, but alright, I'll take it. It's about time they pay me back for all the robbery, right? 99 terrible fills for one good fill. The new high's at 38. There might have been a hidden buyer there. Small size. No, not quite. Yeah, small size though. Don't want to take that with size. Why? It's always risky, right? Even if there is one, you don't know how many shares they're buying, and you know you could be at the end of the order. But like that, there was buying on the ass, but no major bounce. Waiting patiently. So we're seeing some red candles now, but I still think we're very extended off that move. So being patient, but it could hold high, right? That's always a thing. So we'll see what it does here. These stocks are something else to trade, man, I tell you. Not the most efficient trading here. Not the most compatible stock either. So the low is 24. It seems like it was a higher hold. High of the last was 33. A lot of green, but not seeing that breakout over the last. Can we see it? 34, 35, 37. Okay, there it is. It's the 1 minute candle to make the new high. I think we might see 45 out of this. The volume's getting active. As long as it doesn't Titanic. That's the main thing here. Slowing down, running out of steam. Can we get through 40? Come on. 45, 45, 45. Can we see it? It's running out of steam, so I'll ease off again. The volume is slowing down. There's a lot of buying coming in just now. It's kind of back to being slower. They don't play to give you that high fill, man. Bigger pullback there, easing off again. They don't play to give them high fills, that's for sure. I should probably stop checking my fills during the trades too. This has been one tricky stock. I mean, in terms of analysis, there's a great dip at 203. I thought initially it was a little too weak. By the time I recognized it was looking decent, it was curling 204, or rather 199, I should say. By the time I recognized it, it was 203, 204 curling. I'm like, if it gives another stress test, I'll take it. Smaller size. It just goes all the way through the highs. Here we are now, right? It's kind of going a little sideways now. Low was 27 right there. We're back at 40. High of day 42. We might see a new high of day here, being that we curled up so nicely. But, will we see the volume? High of the last was 36. High of the current is 40. So the 1 minute candle to make the new high didn't quite give the new high of day. A couple of cents there. Higher low 29 versus 27. Good look, good sign. Come on. We needed more volume there. Almost. It's trying, but it's not going through. A lot of buying coming in, but maybe someone's shorting it. I'll let it go, and if we can hold above the level. Good. Can we hold? No, immediately back down. It's holding 36. Can we see the bounce retest? If not, we're probably just seeing a Titanic. Scratch trade there. When we break the new high, we need to, pull away or at least hold above the level. So it's grinding at the highs here. Let's get ready. If it's strong, I need to do well in this area here. If it goes and it's like pushing, we got to dominate this break of 250. Get ourselves nicely green, and then whatever happens, we can slow down if it doesn't want to be strong over the area. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the thumbs up. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be live again tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. I don't want to see it back below 30. It would be the third time. High of the last, 43. High of the current, 41. The new candle is 15 seconds or so out. Can we get the 1 minute candle to make the new high here into a new high of the day? If volume looks good, I'll take it. If not, I'm not going to touch it. Keep waiting. A little bit of volume, not enough. Double top. When I say stress test, it's like, if we're at the lows, if we're at the lows and then it comes to the lows again and it's testing that area, that's what I mean when I say stress test. So like a retest of the lows. And if we can hold that level again, it gives me confidence to jump in and hold against the stop at that low or previous low. So if this comes down to 227 again, 224 is the low of this, consolidations. We're in this bit of a trend here. 227 is the low, then we had higher lows, 229. So if it breaks down below 230, we can say, hey, it's testing the lows, a bit of a stress test. So if it breaks down, we might see that bigger pullback. If not, we probably are still holding. And I take it there. If it breaks and reclaim the third time, like if it pulls back to 23 and curls right back up, I jump in with a stop at the lows, see what it does. In those situations, let's say it makes a new low, 23. It curls back up 26. I'm in 26. In that area, my risk is well defined. The only thing I'm worried about is if it just goes from 26 to 16 in the blink of an eye for a flush. That's like the only thing you gotta kind of watch for. Other than that, the risk is defined. Can we see what it does? Sometimes I still take profits early, which isn't always good. But yeah, sometimes I'll be in 26, out 31. It's like you could hold for 40 again, right? So here we go, 41. Is this it? Is this it? Where's the green? It's coming in as I'm getting out. It seems like it's struggling again, though. Slingshot? Oh, slingshot. It should go this time. Oh, 31. Mm-hmm. Let's get out of here. That was essentially it, but that happened under the context of a flush, right? Can we hold? Can we break down to test the level? So there's a bit of a stress test here, right? It doesn't go for a new low, but from 25 back to 38, it's not bad. But of course, the risk is that if it doesn't hold, it just keeps flushing, right? So it's a hard trade to take. Low now 27. I've sized down again. We haven't really been making progress, so we got to be careful. It's pulling back under the context of a rejection, which is a little bit more weak than the normal pullback. But volume so far looks healthy. gotta get into the habit of just holding to the stop, holding to the stop, holding to the stop, holding to the stop. I don't know, I think it looks decent. This is exactly how the last 5 minute pullback looked, and I underestimated it. So this time I'm gonna keep watching. We got 27, 25. So my thought process went from panic flush by the dip to now this is looking like a 5 minute pullback that could work. But I still have to be careful about it being on the backside because the pullback did happen under the context of a rejection. I'll take the long 30. I'll be filled 31. Um, I'll have what's the stop here? 5 cents. 5 cent stop. Am I being stopped out right away? That's a good test right there. That's a good test. You could size in this area here if you want, right? It's like you could size here and then, okay, you know for sure 22. Hey, 22, I'm out of this trade if it drops down to 22. And I'll risk 6 cents to make, whatever high of day is 49. Because if it's strong, can we get back to high of day? I don't want to take on a huge position because I haven't really done well today. So I'm just slow and steady. I did get back in lower. I added and sold the other position for a loss, re-averaging. I think it held up nicely, so I'm still back in, and this will probably be my one, my last trade of the day, depending on if this is finished or if it has more left in the tank. If it has more left in the tank, we probably can see 250 and then 260 for a new high eventually. And is the red to green going to be just a few green candles in a row right back to the highs like we had last time? Is that possible here? Relentless always takes a little off early, which isn't always great, but that's how I roll. So I'm holding the rest to see what happens. So again, the trade idea is there. Okay, 22 is my stop, 23 is my stop. I'm going to size at 26, 27, 28. Can just get back to high of day at 40. All right. What is it going to be over the next minute and a half here, the next 2 minutes? So far, so good. Now we want to see the break of 38. Low of the current, 33. Come on, rip through 38 to 40 here. Rip through. Take us to the moon. Short sellers cover, getting denied. And the bulls hitting buy. Here we go. Here we go. Take us to the moon. 45 is what we need to see. 50. 55. 60. If it's really strong, gets all the way to 70 here. I don't know if that'll happen though. Those are like the better days when the 5 minute pullback just keeps going. So we got to 40. Still waiting for that real volume to come. Whether it's up or down, we'll know. So there'll still be a scalp trade here too, right? And even dips, like if people will add back, like if it drops down to like 32, some people will add back again and still watch for the bounce back to 40 and so forth. It just depends on how aggressive you want to be. If I see the volume, I'll take the long with bigger size and watch for the scalp trade as well, and then be all out through the highs if we can get the nice push. But waiting for the volume. Titanic. It needs to bounce. Where's the green? Where's the green? Where's the green? It's not bouncing. So is it? Keep watching. One last attempt. If not, such a choppy pullback. So, but as I mentioned, some people will take this here. Some people will take this. But you know, it's if it's failing, you got to be careful. I mean, I would take it too. I just did. It just didn't bounce right away. I'm wondering if still holding though. We'll see. Give it a minute. The volume, you got to watch for the volume, right? What is the next wave of volume going to be here? Red or green? Big buying or big selling? I'll get back in if there's a lot of buying. High of the last was 33. If there's a lot of buying, I'll get back in. All right, take us back to the moon. It looks like it's safe for now. All right, back in, holding, waiting. Take us to the moon. We should see 40 out of this minimum. Relentless trader holding diamond hand style here off of a quick pullback. 32. The crystal ball, is it in effect here? Is it in effect? Is it in effect? Is the crystal ball in effect? Talk to me nicely and show me 45. 50. MBOT. Do not disappoint us here today. 37. 38. 39. I can add back if it pushes through nicely. Titanic. Break even stop on the rest. Back to 31. See, this is, I don't like to see this. Like once we get back there, we need to break through 40. I think this is like a little weakness, like a little bit of weakness here. The first drop, okay. Usually I'll trade the second pullback as well, but in this type of circumstance where like there's resistance at the highs, we've already had the pullback where we held up 25. You know, we don't need to keep dropping back to 30 every 2 minutes. We need new highs. So I'll ease off here, and if it gets above 40, then I'll get back in it. And we have to be careful of a rejection, of course, because that's always the other side of the risk, right? The other side of the trade, the risk is there. So if we get above 40, we need to see good buying, we need to hold, and we need to move higher. I will not be taking another dip at 25 if it flushes down again. Though that type of trade is for the real aggressive traders, not me. The context for me is just that there's too much weakness now. So, and this consolidation started at 10:20. It's 10:43. So we're still waiting for a break of the highs. Crystal ball. You know, I have these for when I used to throw events in New York. I have these balls, these light balls. I still have a few. So, the crystal ball in reference to the what are those people called? The fortune tellers, right? Can we see the future? Can we see the future candlesticks? Right? If not, if so, how's this looking? This is looking absolutely terrible with this green screen. Let's turn it off before we start missing some trades. But anyhow, the crystal ball. If I'm gonna put up a poll, all right? I think today might be the day. For each event that I did, there is there's a recap. There's a recap, right? The formula was the same. There's a recap for the event. Let me know if you guys want to see it or see one. I'll show one today. Crazy events. So here we go. If it breaks above 40, I'll be back in. This could be a nice move. These events were Caribbean events. Caribbean events, a little bit of Afro beats. Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. So a lot of like reggae music, stuff like that, dance hall music. Different settings, whole different, business compared to this. How many people do we have here today? 314, which is solid at this time of day. So guys, be sure to hit the thumbs up. If you are a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. Not the best day, but we are green, and I'll take the green every time, right? 485 is a lovely day here today, especially being red on the other stock. Again, this is the third time we're pushing 30 here. I don't like this, so I'm still being patient, waiting for a break of 40. We have to, we have to see something a little bit more aggressive. The volume is going down. We could erase these other trend lines for now. Move drawing. The breakdown and reclaim sometimes could work here. In fact, it's the only entry I like. If it's obvious, if not, I don't want to be too aggressive. Keep waiting for 40. Because what can happen is that the short sellers will get aggressive thinking it's failing and it's looking good going down, but then that bottoming wick comes in, and just like that, they're covering, and that gives us the extra buying we need through the highs. The whole idea of shorting stocks is a very weird thing, man. From from how I see it, it really shouldn't affect buying on the market, but that's how they have it. Because it's like if I own 2,000 shares of the stock MBOT, and one of you guys come and say, "Hey RT, give me those 2,000 shares, and I bet you that it's gonna go down." That's really the agreement. Hey, I bet you that this is gonna go down. I'll say no, I think it's gonna go up, and then we shake on it, and whoever wins, they receive the difference. It's like it really shouldn't have anything to do with the open market, but it does. It's a little weird how it works, but that's how they have it set. The rules are the rules. You think of like a casino, the brokers, they know a lot of people are having a hard time. Most of the stocks are going up in general, so they don't mind giving people shares. It's like, okay, you bet that this stock is gonna go down. I think it's gonna go up. Here, take these shares, and then when you lose, pay me the difference at the end, right? But you're getting shares that are already bought, or and you know, that's why they're saying borrowed, right? Shares available to borrow. Oh yeah, there's some Burna Boy, of course. What I probably will have to do is I'll probably get a copyright claim, which is all right. They don't strike the channel, but they'll say, hey, this video cannot be monetized, of course. Or maybe, you know what I'll do? I'll share it in the Discord, right? I'll share it in the Discord. That way I don't have to change the music in the background, and you guys can check it out there. So be sure to join the Discord. I'll post a link. Server settings, invite, no expiration date. There was supposed to be a Discord announcement on Sunday. I didn't make the video. That'll probably come sometime this week. What's today, the 22nd? Yeah, it'll probably come today, to be honest. In fact, we probably can talk about it now. Um, let's see. Here's the link. So how many people do we have? Is it worth it? 302, 301. Okay, I think this is enough people. So this is how I'll start this off, right? I'll start by saying, hear me out through the end, because a lot of people they'll watch the first minute of the video or listen to you for the first 30 seconds, and they go, oh gosh, they click off, they're gone. They say, to hell with this guy. So just hear me out here, right? Free has been key for very long and for a very long time here in the Relentless trading community, right? Whether it's free content, free chat room, things like that, right? Now, the Discord will no longer be free after the end of this month. But hold on, before you get upset and say Relentless selling us out, hold on, right? As we are bouncing up here again, I'm going to keep watching for 40. Yeah, those of you who are blue members, right? The active members, the long-time supporters, the people who, you know, have been here since day one, and even the people who are here recently who are active, right? You will all have the chance to be free for life, like grandfathered in lifetime members. So what you can do if you're not a blue member, first and foremost, is to message me in Discord, and you guys will know it's me because my name will be green on the side, on the right hand side column, right? You can message me and say, hey, Relentless, upgrade me to blue, right? When I used to work at Amazon, I always tell people this. I was the #1 employee for Jeff Bezos. Working hard, doing everything, never ever not meeting the goal for months of working there, over a year plus. And when push came to shove, they said, Relentless, get out of here. We don't need you. You know, they said, Jeffrey, pack your bags. That's it. Get out of here. Get out of this place. No loyalty. And so, for the people who've been around, and the long-time supporters, the active supporters, really, you guys will have a chance to be free forever, for life, right? So send me a message in Discord, say, hey, upgrade me to blue, and I'll put on a formal video going over all the details. So don't feel like Relentless is selling out. No. The people who've been here, there's always love, right? There's always love. And I see there's already a few requests coming in. Well, yeah, of course there's for those of you who don't know, I do have a day trading course. When it comes to like charging for anything, that's what is there, right? And that's organized stuff, like well organized, very well laid out, easy to digest, very detailed, as we're making new lows here, content, right? And not only is it there, but there's also a lot of things that come along with being a student, right? The one-on-one mentorship, lectures, the archives, the Q&As, the watch lists, the game plans, right? Marcelo will provide a detailed watch list at 9 a.m. every day. Of course, today he's not in the building. He told me he went camping and he didn't come back, which I thought was a little strange. Usually, Marcelo is ready to go for Monday, but it looks like he might have, still in the wilderness. But yeah, so Discord. Tim with a really nice day today, 1600. Well done. MBOT and AVRO. Nicely done. I don't know. I could not connect on these things. Jeff, really nice as well. Lovely. Lucas, bravo. Some call outs. Well, yeah, let's not forget, of course, I keep, in my mind, it's like MMU students, it's like a given, but I guess I have to explain everything here, right? And this is why I'm saying I will put out a formal video. Of course, MMU members will be free. Uh, the moderators, it will be free forever, right? It's essentially the people coming in the future, that'll have to pay us something, and it's not going to be something like, $50 a month, $20 a month, like that. Like it's not going to be anything crazy, right? Um, so yeah, the people, 2 months from now, 5 months from now, a year from now, that are, wanting to be a part of our community, at that point is where it's like, okay, but the OGs, the active traders, the students, the MMU students, the moderators, you guys will be good for life. For life. If anybody, if anybody out there, straight up just wants to support and doesn't mind paying a small something, then you can opt out. That'll be something that'll be there to do. I mean, some people, there's been those of you who have already told me, like, like, I love what you're doing here. I don't mind supporting the system. So yeah, but a full video will come out about this. And of course, today's the 22nd, so we'll be selecting the two winners for the Manifesting My Future Challenge. The deadline is the 25th. There's been a ton of videos, some lovely videos, by the way. I mean, it's so hard to pick just two winners. It makes you want to just give it away for free to everyone, but of course we can't do that, right? It'll be unfair for everyone else who've already purchased things like that. But there can only be two winners, and there's been a ton of videos, lovely videos. So Marcelo and I are gonna have to do some more talking, and it's tough, man. But we'll see. We'll see what we can't do for everyone else, right? That's entered the competition. So yeah, if you don't know about this, right, we are giving away two free memberships, and all you have to do is be a part of the community, right, the Discord. Be subscribed to my channel, Marcelo's channel over at Mighty Stocks, and publish a 5-minute video talking about who you are, your trading journey, and how you're going to achieve your goals and dreams in the markets here, right? And of course, you titled the video MMU Manifesting My Future, #challenge. And you can publish it to YouTube for all of us to see, or if you want to, you can send it to us via a private link. You can upload it to YouTube as unlisted. There's an option that says public, private, unlisted. If you choose unlisted, it'll go live on YouTube, but only you will be able to see it, and you can choose who can see it by sending them the link. Because I know some people are a little shy, right? Or maybe for other reasons they don't want to be seen. Um, so yeah, you have the options there. For everyone else, code manifest will give you 50% off at checkout. It's another decent day. And of course, shout out to Marcelo. who has just absolutely been on a tear these last couple of weeks, last couple of months, really. I mean, hey, even since last year, right? The $15,000 months regularly, and now this year upping it to about 30, 40, $50,000 months. I mean, just absolutely insane. If you haven't checked out Marcelo's channel already, be sure to check out Marcelo. If you guys don't know, Marcelo is the first person that I had on my channel ever, like first person to ever, be a guest. And this is December of 2021, I think. 2021 or yeah, I think 2021. December, January, going into the new year, and we're talking a lot, and he's like, "Man, RT, I think I figured it out. I think I've turned the corner." I mean, at the time I was really excited for him, and it's like, man, uh, you know, not a lot of people usually say that because a lot of people are just working. Even for me, when I was starting out, it's like it's just been gradual. I never had that aha moment, but he had that aha moment. All right, and it's like, I think I've done it, and since then, it's like he's never looked back. One day at a time. Slow and steady, slow and steady. Marcelo, ladies and gentlemen, Marcelo, mighty stocks. Marcelo is also a warrior trading student. Marcelo has worked with Ross in the past. Um, he's done this thing. I forgot what they called it, a trader summit, where they met up. Of course, Ross trying to be like me because I did it first. But um, they had this trader summit, so it was pretty cool. He was working with some of the students over there. Or well, let's not say students, but what is it called? Profitable traders, right? They were doing some stuff over there, so that was pretty cool, right? So understand that your mentors here are proven people, right? As you guys know, I'm the most transparent trader, right? Marcelo and I, we're the most transparent traders you'll ever see. And if you don't believe me, just check out my YouTube channel. Everything is there, literally. And I have videos going back since, I mean, I don't even know. Like, I can show you guys my back end in terms of videos. Like, it's crazy. All that stuff was out there for years. I've only recently privated some of the videos from last year and the year before, right? But, I'm still posting all my ongoing live streams. Mighty stocks, ladies and gentlemen, mighty stocks. But yeah, I think I'm done. This other stock is, maybe I'm missing something else on the scans right now. It's possible. We're at 485. It's a decent day. It's funny. Last night I was brushing my teeth and I was thinking 4,000, 4,000. I just kept saying 4,000, $4,000 today is what I'm gonna do. That didn't happen. But 400 is still pretty good money for this hour of trading. Tomorrow, we'll see. My volume today is exactly where I need my volume to be, right? This is where I need my volume to be all the time. Um, I'm gonna keep pushing it, man. I know exactly what needs to be done. I'm ready. And I think the next step awaits. Greatness awaits always. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. And Relentless Trader is hungry. It's been a long time since I felt this way. So, I'm gonna be aggressive. I'm gonna be aggressive these next couple of days into the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna keep my foot on the gas, and of course, the momentum does play a role because if we don't see good momentum, we'll have to ease off. But hopefully, we can continue to see stocks like MBOT that are up 80%, AVRO that I believe was up over 100%. The market has been in a really good place since December of last year. We've had the banking crisis where small caps did slow down for a few weeks. But besides that, I feel like it's been a little steady, right? So will it continue like this? A lot of people are still saying we're in a bearish market. There's still talks of a recession. So all of that is telling me that there'll be even more liquidity, more volume, more stocks when things do get better. So if we can do these numbers now, what can we continue to do into the future when things improve for the markets? So it's very exciting, but it all comes down to us and how disciplined we are. Our experience, which is something that does take time. Coming in each and every day and preparing ourselves mentally for the battle because trading is hard. Trading is, at times mental warfare and mental torture even, where, whether it's us or the market, we're making mistakes or the market being choppy, it's very tricky at times to stay dialed in, right? To stay focused. So, we got to continue to push ourselves, and we have to continue to rise up to the occasion and accept the challenge, accept the risk, and put forward our best effort, because ultimately that's all we can ask of ourselves, is to be the very best we can be. Can we continue to beat out our own lap time and become a better version of ourselves? This thing is coming up nicely. I'm gonna put my hands back on the buy button here. It's a little extended though, right? Quite the red to green here, so maybe we'll keep trading till 12. I want to size down first, but if it can be good, then I'll get back to bigger size. What we do not need to see here is a breakout and then super hard rejection. That's the last thing we need to see. So this needs to be strong, and we need more volume to the buy side here coming into this new candle. $39, $39, $39. There's no buying though. Guys, I'll be meeting up in July. I'll be meeting up with some of the traders here in our own community. This will be the second time we're doing it, right? It seems like this might be an annual thing. We'll see how far this goes. There's some plans that we have, but it's a little tricky to execute on things because everybody have their own thing going on, right? 39. Some green coming in, but not pushing up. This is what makes it hard to take certain breakouts, is that we're here so many times. Which time is it going to go? This is like the 100th time we've been here at 40. I don't want to trade every single time it gets here. I'll be giving back profits. We're going in red, right? So I'm trying to be patient. If it can get above 40 and hold above the level, I think it looks good there for potential entry. Yeah, this time around though, when we meet up, there'll be way more content, way, better everything. Everything will be better. The first time, it's like you're breaking the ice, getting used to everyone, stuff like that. Now that we're seasoned, it's going down. Content galore, trading galore. The trading is gonna be fun. We'll probably do a house P&L, like how did we do as a house, on each day. 38, 37, 36, 37, 38. And we don't mind meeting people and things like that, right? But this is still the internet, so there has to be a high level of transparency. People, if anyone ever wants to join the community and be a voice in the community, there are certain expectations, right? It's gradual and it slowly, increases, right? In the things that are required and necessary. Video calls, these type of things, right? Video calling, screen sharing. We got to make sure people are who they say they are. If not, they're going to the depths, Titanic. And for those people who are not willing to be that transparent, don't even bother. Like, why even waste time, right? Time is the most valuable asset we have here. We don't need people wasting our times. So if you're not that type of person, don't put yourself in the situation. 39, 39. Green on the tape, but nothing happening. And back down. To the depths, right? To the depths. The pastor has an obligation to protect the community as best as he can. And these days, we're not as lenient as we used to be. Nowadays, it's just straight ban. Just ban, and that's it. We don't think twice about it anymore. You know, and there's no hard feelings. Because guess what? There's a million other communities out there that people can go be a part of. But over here, we're no nonsense, right? We already have enough scammers to deal with, you know, in this financial space. A lot of frauds, a lot of nonsense. You know, sometimes you just want to set up a boxing match with these people and you go in a ring with them. Set up a boxing match. We'll donate everything to charity. Yep, this stock is back up and not doing anything. So again, patience, right? Still waiting. I don't know if anyone took the dip at 17, but it turned out really well, right? I couldn't have seen that type of move coming, so we did have like a quadruple bottom down there. So some people might have gotten involved. Tight stops, maybe smaller size to mitigate risk. You know, these people who are doing these scamming things, they need a you know, forget a boxing ring, right? They need a community beatdown. Not that I am someone who you know, ensues or and I gotta be careful what I'm saying here, right? Uh, you know, we don't wish violence on anyone, but these people, they need a community beatdown. They need to go to jail, prison, get a prison beatdown, so that they can learn the errors of their ways. Not everyone will agree with that because it's a little bit more aggressive, but you know, Relentless trader being the most transparent trader in the world, so he'll say it how it is. I'll give this another 20 minutes or 15 minutes and we'll see. I feel like I might be getting a little sloppy. IONQ, NNOX, STA. Is this conditional alerts hitting? I gotta take it back off. I might have turned it on by accident. For those of you in MMU, the tutorials are coming. We'll upload them, I think, tomorrow, the last set. We have a bunch that are recorded. We gotta just upload to the website. Marcelo's doing the DAS platform and hotkey stuff. He's also gonna do Lightspeed. I'll do Thinkorswim, E-Trade, well, E-Trade Pro, right? Thinkorswim, E-Trade Pro, and we're gonna do TraderView. We're gonna even make one for OBS. And what other platforms do we use? Maybe even something for Discord, just for the newer users who are not, you know, familiar. Oh yeah, Momo Pro. I've already recorded that one. Although I was thinking I might do it over because when I did it, the markets were closed, and so there wasn't any data coming through. You know, everything kind of looking dry. I feel like it's better when the market is open to do the scanner reviews, tutorial rather. 230 again. By the way, GDub man, I gotta send GDub a private message. We got some great people and traders in this community. Discord would just make it a little easy. Have the option here for roles, but they don't do DMs. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think so. You know, what wouldn't be good is if this does break over 40 and I get caught in a big flush at the end of the day. I don't want to invite fear or anything like that into my mind, but I am thinking about being cautious. And part of me is thinking, like, 485 is a nice day. You know, do I just walk away here and not even bother? Decisions. Then again, the other side is that, you know, it under the context that I'm watching at it, it will be an A quality setup. And, you know, the disciplined traders, let's say it is a nice move when it happens. You know, if you're sitting here waiting, with discipline, control, you know, you can essentially add to the day with some nice trades. 24. And it's starting to look like one big wedge, even coming back till here. Another big drop though, down to 21. Yeah, I think that might do it. Okay, I'm gonna get two of those. Geez, I have like over 25 requests from from people trying to become blue members. Okay, I'll go deal with that. Okay, so I'm gonna upload to oh man, it's right back up. Look at this thing. Mm. I'm gonna upload to the MMU website today's recording. See, I'm getting sucked back in. Is it gonna go? 20, 35, 36. Big drop, big move back up. It's gonna hold the bottom of that area there, low 20s. Is it too extended now for a trade over 40? Are short sellers trapped because of that big red candle? I got smaller size. If it goes, I'm not gonna go crazy just in case. Yeah, sometimes you're wondering who's shorting it, right? It's like it can't get over 40. A different day, the stock just goes right through the level, it keeps going. Today it's just having a lot of trouble. Okay, volume slowing down again. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna I might trade this after if it goes like in the next 20 minutes or something. Maybe I trade it afterwards, but uh, time 18. Ay ay ay. Okay, okay, but right back down, Titanic. Yeah, it might be best for me to just get out of here while the going is still good. It goes through by 2 cents. But you see, the reason why I'm not in that trade is because it doesn't trigger an entry for me. If it breaks out, the breakout need to at least go to 45, 46, 47. And then one of two things. Either there's no dip or it just keeps going, right? If there's a dip, it needs to hold about 40, maybe even 39 at all cost. If not, you kind of just get that red candle coming down. But being that it only got to 42, it's like, yeah, well, 41 actually. And here it is bouncing right back up again. What is this manipulation here? What's going on? Okay, I'm out of here. So if you're going to distance, continue to trade smart, continue to trade setups. If you are max loss today, it was a tricky day. The main thing is to live to fight, trade again tomorrow. So if you have to throw in the white flag, and if it is max loss, you should be throwing in the white flag, right? Don't overtrade, don't revenge trade, anything like that. Don't let the emotions get the better of you. Let's just study up, take the lesson, and come back tomorrow a little bit more sharp, a little bit better, right? Slowly and steadily. It takes time, right? It took me 2.5 years to be able to see consistency, right? So it takes time. If you're newer to the market, it takes time. If you have been trading for a while, it takes time, right? So the main thing is to manage the risk in a way where you're not getting hurt, right? That's the main thing. Even if we're just threading water, even if we're red, we just don't want to be big red deep into the red. It has to be small red, right? Manageable stuff. And we can control that with our share size. So don't ever forget that the power is in your hands, all right? We just have to be disciplined and do whatever is necessary to ensure success. So sizing down, reducing the total number of trades, not hesitating, cutting the losses, all those key things that we'll hear about in the community. All right. So stay safe, stay green. It's been Relentless Trader. That I'll work on that video. You know what? I'll publish it today. I'll publish it today, talking about Discord. That way, the entire community can know here. And I'll catch you guys in the recap later on around 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern Market Time. All right. It's been RT, and I am, of course, signing out. Likewise with Facebook and Twitch. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, follow. Tomorrow at 9 a.m.